Hey, hello! Once again, I'm doing a guest review. Is that time of the year again? That time I'm talking about a peplum movie, a swords and sandal movie, or a muscle man movie. So, as usual, I'm going to talk about a machiste movie. So now, third time I'm doing this. So, the third machiste movie, Machiste contro il vampiro, uh, translated Machiste versus the Vampire, from 1961. The official English title is Goliath and the Vampire, because in the English speaking countries, there's a Machiste. What is that? That's not gonna sell, so let's change it to another like mythological name. Sometimes Goliath, sometimes it's Samson, sometimes it's the son of Samson, Hercules, whatever. But it's Machiste. So this is the third Machiste movie from 1961. This time Machiste is playing by Gordon Scott, so it's the third movie, and we already have three actors playing the role. So the first one was Mark Foster, Mark Forrest, and Mitchell Gordon in the second one. So now it's Gordon Scott. Okay, so once again, Machiste is in an undetermined, undefined period time. It's like Conan time. It's like the Hyborian age, where it's like ancient times, but it's different because it's before our recorded history. So, like, you have all the time periods like condensed in one age where Machiste lives. So we have like Machiste, like, quote, in every time period. So it's like ancient times, Machiste doing some heroic stuff. So the movie begins. We see Machiste showing his strength. He's plowing the land, and then he shows his heroism because he's going to save a dumb kid. He's drowning, so he saves the kids, and everyone like at the beach is, "Hey, yeah, Machiste, you are so cool." But he's taking the kid back to town, and they see at the distance, oh no, they're attacking the town, and Machiste is wasting time saving this dumb kid instead of protecting his town. So they arrive town, and we have like complete violence. Bad guys are killing people, they're kidnapping the women, all bad stuff. And worst of all, they kidnap Guya, who is like Machiste's girlfriend, and now the worst, because Machiste listen and said, "Oh no, that's my mom!" And the bad guys kill Machiste's mom. So now Machiste is super pissed, and he's like, "I'm gonna get revenge because I'm Machiste."
Too late to do anything. Hundreds have gone. They got Judah. They murder us.
Mother.
What's the deal? These bad guys are from the island of Salmanak, who is ruled by Omar the Sultan, but in reality, it's not ruled by the Sultan, because behind the scenes, the real ruler is Kovrak, the vampire, and it's not like the typical vampire like you see in movies. I mean, this movie is from 61, so we didn't have so many famous vampire movies like to say. I mean, we have, of course, the Universal movies, but I will say the classic look of the vampire probably it wasn't as established. I don't know. Maybe it was, but this vampire is not like Bela Lugosi. Is like a ghost sorcerer. Is another thing. So that's cool. Is like is different. Is spookier, and I like it. I like it. I like the vampire is different.
Cobrak is the only one to give orders.
You may kill me, Cobrak, but my soul will never die. I prefer death to slavery.
And I would like to see more like I need like the blood and all that because they say that, but they only show it once, and yeah, it was from the 60s. So you cannot show like anything. Anyway,
Cobrak is the name of the monster. Cobrak has a special formula that can bring...
so Machiste goes to Salmanak and say, "Okay, I'm going to I have to rescue the women." And he goes to town, and it's like the worst town ever. And he start to fight, and he start to fight like 5, 10 people at a time, and it's great. I mean, you see in movies like Superman, you see Iron Man, and you see them doing more spectacular things in those movies, like not like shoving and punching like five guys, uh, but it seems at least for me more satisfying to see Machiste doing this. It felt more real. It shows like a real strongman, and like he's like above everyone else, and and I think it's great. And at the same time you see like, okay, he's gonna win because he's the bad guy, and sorry, he's the good guy and he's super strong, but at the same time you're saying, okay, but if there are too many guys, maybe he won't be all right. And not like Superman, you say, okay, he has so much power, he's gonna win. I don't know. I mean, in this kind of movie, the good guy are gonna win. So I don't know. It felt more real. It felt more real. That's all I'm saying.
Run!
He's in the town, and he allies with this guy Kurtrik. He says, I need to defeat Kovrak, so they have like the common enemy. So he's like a good guy, or is he? Because he's very mysterious, he's very suspicious, and you're wondering, is this guy a good guy, or is like henchmen of Kobrak. You need to see the movie to find out. I'm not gonna tell, but so what's the deal with Kobrak? He's like this vampire, and he's doing like transforming people. He's kidnapping people to make him like wax statues, slave soldiers, like all that together. So Kurtrik say, I have to say, because a bunch of these people are my people, so I have a plan to save them. And Machiste said, sure, let's do that. Let's save the people. But is that Kurtrik's plan? I'm not gonna tell. So Kovrak sees Machiste, and he sees like he's super strong, and Kovrak says, okay, change of plans. I'm gonna take Machiste, and I'm gonna do an army of just Machistes. We are gonna clone him. I'm gonna do like an army of Machistes, so I'm gonna be unbeatable. So it's a good plan. If you see like the strongest man in the war, and you say, okay, let's duplicate this guy and do an army just with him, better than just random guys. So it's a good fight. Of course, Machiste is not gonna let that happen. So we have fights. We have a lot of fights. And one point we have a doppelganger fight that is very well shot. It's like the filmmaker, the director of photography, or whoever is responsible of these shots is like genius. He's always putting like the angle of the camera to not show the doppelganger Machiste's face at the same time when you see both of them on camera, except when it's a split screen. It looks very real. Because it's very well done. Because you have this guy fighting this another guy who's exactly like him, and it's very well done. So I mean, and for 1961, it's great. So like I say, we have a ton of fights, and we have awesome sets. We have like the palace, we have the city of Salmanak, we have like the caves, and all of that is built, is constructed, is all there. And I'm watching this movie, and I mean, you can tell like the cave is not like a real cave, but for 1961 is, I'll say, is very good. That's my opinion. Maybe you see the footage and said, oh, looks awful. I think for 1961 it looks awesome. And I'm thinking in new movies, uh, not all of them build stuff, and you can tell when something is not real. And when you're seeing a movie and you're seeing real stuff, and I'll say it makes them better. Like just for build something is already like a couple of notches above. So you have that, of course, the costumes, like I said, the fights. This movie is a lot of fun, and you have like this interesting villain, and he's shown like in a interesting way, because if you say like vampire, and I show the poster at the beginning of the review, I'm gonna show it again, and it doesn't look like that in the movie, but he doesn't look like a classical or typical vampire. So it's more like a monster, and I say that give the movie some points, because it's something you're not expecting. Um, so that's it. I will say this movie is a lot of fun. Totally recommended, and and that's it. I recommend these kind of movies. You can find some entertaining gems, undiscovered gems. So because like 5, 10 years ago, I didn't know these movies. I found it like almost by accident, and they're great. They're great. So that's it for me. Soon, or maybe not so soon, but I will continue doing these Machiste reviews. We are three. There are 25 movies, so let's hope in 25 years I end it all. Bye.